I'm gonna show you exactly how to end all of your mental and emotional suffering, because I can promise with absolute certainty that every problem that you have in your life is actually not the problem. If you are not questioning your thoughts, that is what causes 100% of people's issues, is what goes on in between the ears. If you have a quick minute, you can follow along with my example, or you can write down some thoughts that you've had that have been giving you some trouble, but I'm gonna read you my clients. She says, I should be making more money. I'm not doing enough. I should be further along. I'm afraid I'll never figure this out. This is the problem in her life. Not her money, not her career, not anything that she wrote down. It's actually the way she looks at it. It's the thoughts that she's having that creates the pain, and I'm gonna show you exactly what we do to get down to that. First question, and we're gonna run everything through this set of questions, and you'll begin to see like early on how this is problematic. So the first question is, I should be making more money. What we ask is it true? Should my client be making more money? And at first, yes. She says, yes, absolutely, I should be making more money. I'm far along in my business. I'm X amount of age. Yes, the answer is yes, right? So can you absolutely know that it's true? This is where it gets interesting, you guys. And we really step back and look at it. She can't absolutely know that it's true. And let me tell you why. What if this period in her life and her business is less money coming in is what's gonna cause a creative pivot in her business, or some kind of shift where she creates a new product or a new offering, or even a whole different branch of her business that ends up doubling or tripling her sales? Then when we look back, should she really have made more money? If that's what is coming, what if her not making the money that she wants to right now is in fact perfect? So this is where the trickiness, I should be. And when we ask, can you absolutely know that I should be making more money? We can't know, because her not making the money that she wants could be what's leading her to the most expansive place in her business and her life that she's ever been, which leads to the creation of what she wants. So in fact, what if her not making the money she wants right now is the best thing that happened? I'm getting ahead of myself. I teach that to my clients too. We literally reframe everything into the best thing. Can we know that it's absolutely true that she should be making more money? We don't. We don't know that that's absolutely true. And here's the juiciness. This is the really good part, you guys. Taking this, I should be making more money. How do I react when I think that? So I know from working with her, she feels like a failure when she thinks that thought, I should be making more money, that I failed myself, I failed my clients, I failed my business, I failed my husband, I failed my family. That thought makes her feel like a failure. We can ask ourselves, can you see a reason to drop this thought, to let this thought go? The answer would be yes. If this thought causes the feeling of failure, which feels pretty shitty, could we see a reason to drop that thought, to let it go? Yes, we could. The next one is, who would I be without this thought? So speaking on her behalf, if we took this thought, I should be making more money, and we just took it out completely, who would she be? She would be more free. She would be less stressed. She would feel relief. If you guys are getting the picture now, it isn't her life experience that is causing, it isn't the money. It isn't the lack of money that she has. What's actually causing her pain, her mental and emotional suffering, is the thought, the idea, I should be making more money. So when she believes that, she feels like a failure. When she lets that go, she feels ease and relief and stress-free. There is one part else that Byron Katie adds to her work, and she calls it a turnaround. So she turns around the idea. So for the turnaround, I should be making more money. I am making money. I am making enough money. What about those? What about those as a turnaround? So we literally flip it into something that's more helpful, that's more beneficial, that's more supportive and more accurate. I can tell you, she's making money. She's making money. She's just not making the level and the amount that she'd like, but her business is still making money. People are still paying her and she's still making sales. It's just not, it's the enoughness that is causing the trouble. To the next sentence, we're gonna do the exact same thing, you guys. And this literally is the dismantling process. So we move to the next statement. I'm not doing enough. Is that true? Could be. Maybe she's not doing enough. Maybe she's not talking to enough people. Maybe she's not believing in herself enough. Maybe it is true, okay? We'll go with yes. And then the beauty, can we know that that's absolutely true? Can we know that it's absolutely true that she's not doing enough? 9 times out of 10, you guys, we can't know that it's absolutely not true. Because I can tell you from working with her, this woman is working. She has drive, she has ambition, she shows up every day, she hires coaches and mentors, she's doing the work. So we can know that it's absolutely not true. This is really the beauty here. How do we react when we think this thought? I'm not doing enough. I can tell you, very similar. She feels like a failure. She feels like she doesn't show up, that she's not good enough, that she somehow has let herself and her family and her company and her clients down. Who would she be without that thought? Very similar to the last one. A lot of the times you'll notice when we let these thoughts go, or we look at how we would be without the thoughts, we'd be happier. We'd be a lot happier. And then the turnaround on this one, I am doing enough. Or even I am enough. I like that better. Do you guys notice when we question the thought that is causing the pain, and then we look at how we would feel if we let it go, and we've noticed that it's not even actually true, how this work resolves everything, how any kind of mental and emotional suffering literally can be resolved just by questioning, just by doing this work. And this took what? Are we 5 minutes in? If you guys want help with this, I do have 2 spots open for my private clients. You can go ahead and apply below, or watch this again. Watch this video enough times that you need to. We'll quicken it up with the last 2. I should be further along. Is that true? No, it's not, because otherwise she would be further along. So we know that's not true. We can move on to how do we react when we think that? How do we react when we think we should be further along? Again, those feelings of failure, not enoughness, real shitty, right? Who would we be without it? Who would we be? I should be further along. Free, joyful, ease, relief, happy, fun. That's how we would feel. And the turnaround. I should be further along. I'm right where I need to be. I'm exactly on time. Okay, and the last one, you guys. I'm afraid I'll never figure this out. Is that true? Possibly. I do think it is in moments. She does think that way. Can we absolutely know that it's true? That she'll never figure it out? No, she's probably gonna figure it out. It just feels like she won't, okay? How do we react when she thinks that way? It's stressful. Who would she be without that thought? Again, some of the very same feelings that we talked about. If she didn't think that she'll never figure it out, she'd probably be a lot more joyful, a lot more happy, a lot more relaxed, fun, ease, flow, all of those wonderful things. And the turnaround. I am figuring it out. I will figure it out. That feels much better, much, much better. So you guys, this only takes a couple of minutes. That's all you need to do. Write it out, bump it up against these 4 questions, or if you have questions that are similar, you can see most of the time what's in your head, the thoughts, not even true. They're lies. So when we believe a lie that makes us feel bad, and then the bad feelings affect who we are and how we show up in life, and we attract more bad things, if we can reverse it all the way back to the thoughts, don't let these thoughts go anywhere, question them, dismantle them, literally reframe them into helpful, supportive, and beneficial thoughts, then we go about in the world. Because if she, and we did this in our private therapy together, we completely dismantled this and reframed this. She's exactly where she needs to be. She's making enough money. She's about to make more money than she ever has in her life. And she got rid of all this. She is figuring it out. She's actively in the process of figuring it out. So we completely reworked this, and she left our session on fire, because this was all BS. And she saw it for that, and we filled her up with the actual truth of who she is, what she's doing, what she's creating. And this is all you have to do. It is like super simple. And once you do it enough times, you can do it in your head, and you will never suffer again. Never. Because you'll know exactly what to do. You go to the root of the thinking, you question it, you dismantle it, you reframe it, and you get it to where you feel like a rock star. And that's how you show up in the world. These questions here are going to be based on Byron Katie's The Work. She teaches a process of thought inquiry. If you guys are new to her, this book, Loving What Is a fantastic introduction into questioning your thoughts. And if you guys are not doing that, oh my goodness, you will come to find that that is 99.9% of your problems is your thoughts.